Hello, everyone. Welcome to Patriots 3 Life, Liberty, Pursuit of Happiness. And here's your host, Tim, Jason, Albert, and Care Bear. Good afternoon, gentlemen. How you all doing?
Doing well. How are you guys?
We're good.
All right. Yeah, so Care Bear's on mute because he has a lot of road noise in the background, but he's with us. I want to keep him on screen here and until he gets pulled over on the roadside, and then we'll bring him in. So I'm going to give a quick little self-introduction. My name is Tim Holiday. I'm a native of California. I fought a good fight trying to get rid of that governor there, and then I ended up transplanting. I'm over in the Midwest now, so and still trying to fight the good fight by various means. I host and produce a few shows. I help out with a pastor in Southern California. I do a nationwide show called Nurses Out Loud, helping out the nurses basically fight up against the tyranny of our nation. And so you can find them at nursesoutloud.com. And I do a lot of various other things, technical, mechanical, and a lot of different things under the sun. Albert, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. Albert GETTR is here. They know me as PK. Y'all see all the artwork that I make. That's me. And Texas 3%er, Zone 5 lead officer. And it's a pleasure to be here, Tim. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Jason.
Drone here, Kentucky Gray Ghost. Here to help out, trying to get her brother out of prison for the second time over J6. So appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, not a problem. And Care Bear is a wonderful gentleman. We've had him on the show before, and he's been going through some rough times as of recent. And we're definitely keeping Care Bear in our prayers, and we're glad to have him here with us. He'll be coming off a mute once he gets parked, pulled over. And so basically, what our show's about tonight is, we hadn't forgotten about our brothers and sisters, our J6 brothers and sisters. We have not forgotten. We're here, and we're doing a show, especially for one of our brothers. And if you gentlemen want to, give a little update and situation on LW.
All right. Sorry, fellas. I was driving down the road. I couldn't hear much of what y'all was saying.
That's all right. So, Care Bear, can you give a little self-introduction?
Hi, I'm me. I'm an alcoholic. I'm sorry. Wrong show.
He's just playing, folks. But Care Bear is a wonderful gentleman. We had him on a couple of months back, and I just mentioned that I know you're going through some hard times. We're keeping you in our prayers, brother.
I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. So
if you can give us a little self-introduction.
Yeah, they call me Care Bear. I don't know why they say I care about a lot of people, and help out, and I guess I do, and that's why I'm here. And it's to try and help our brother Dan, but I was a political prisoner. I guess I still am because I'm still on probation and I can't get off of it. So I put in for that, but I'm just an American patriot trying to spread the truth and make sure the truth is talked about how it's supposed to be talked about, and help our brothers, and do what any American patriot would do, or I think should do.
Absolutely, and that's why we're all here. So I just shared this graphic that Albert made probably about an hour and a half ago. That we had not forgotten about our J6 brothers and sisters, and so from there, we're gonna.
No, we definitely ain't. Dan Wilson, I talk to him on a regular. He calls me. We got some things going on. I'm taking care for him, but that's one of his biggest concerns is him being forgot about. And I try to reassure him that he has not been forgot about. But when you're in prison like he is at the moment, you get to talk to one or two people here and there, and you're just taking their word for it, and you don't get the letters that you think you should be getting. Everybody said they're going to send and whatnot. And so I get where the people are coming from, where they think they might be forgotten. But like Dan, he stresses with that, struggles with that, should I say, about worried about being forgotten. And I try to tell him that he ain't, because he knows I'm still there. Drone, Albert, a few other people, he knows they're still there. But when you're sitting in the place where he's sitting at, it's easy to think that you're being forgotten about, especially when you got the administration that we have, and they said that they was going to fix things and get people out of being political prisoners, and he ends up right back in there
Yeah.
2 months, 3 months after he got out.
Yeah, so it was March 26th of this year. We had LW on a show, and what was it? Just like 2 days later, he had to turn himself in.
April 2nd.
April 2nd. So yeah, it was just less than the week that he had to turn himself in. So yeah, definitely catch that show and get to know Dan. He's a good guy. He helps out people, even give the shirt off his own back.
Oh yeah,
definitely would.
One heck of a good guy. Yeah, I can't wait to meet him in person.
Well, hopefully we get him out sooner than later. So
yeah.
Just some background on Dan. Dan is brother with me, Care Bear, and Albert here, and went in the Capitol allegedly on J6. Went to prison. Got a pardon on January 20th. He's at Beckley FCI in West Virginia. Sat there all day and actually gave up and had Albert. Service was in and out. Albert was watching the news, and as soon as we heard that they are getting released, I'm turning around driving back to the prison about as fast as I can go. Got him out, got some rest, got him back home, got him fed good. Picked him up. It was 13 degrees outside on January 20th. Well, it was the 21st. It was after midnight when I picked him up. So turn around, DC judge says your pardon is too vague. Even though all his charges stem from a J6 search warrant.
Wow.
Said his pardon is too vague. He would have to have a very specific pardon. And we're going about that at several different angles. I know personally I've wrote a letter and sent to the White House, the pardons office myself. I've actually sent 2 of them now. I know his mother requested that same letter, and she is pushing it through to his attorney. We have several other people working on that as well. Nothing's came to fruition because their man is still in prison over J6 and J6 related charges.
Yeah. So from what I understand, he was arrested for something that he didn't have a warrant for, or they didn't have a warrant for.
They had found Dan is in his upper 40s now. He had picked up a felony in his younger days, like teenage years, and technically he's not allowed to have a firearm. Well, when they had raided his house due to the J6 warrant, they had found the firearms and tacked that onto the J6 stuff. And that's why the DC judge is saying, oh, this doesn't apply to you. It has to be a specific pardon.
Wow.
But the thing is, the real shitty part is the DOJ went and read the pardon, and they said, yes, he is covered under the pardon. Under the J6 pardon, Dan is covered. But his rogue, liberal judge said she did not care, and she was still sending him back to prison to do the 60 months that they sentenced him on this unconstitutional charge, which is not only unconstitutional, but is well above and beyond his guidelines. That's what they locked me up for, and was possession of firearm by a felon. And my guidelines was 24 to 30 months. That's what Dan's was, but they give him 60 months. They went above his guidelines.
And he even had a plea deal for 36. He even had a plea deal, and the judge refused to honor the plea deal and pushed it to 60 as well.
Wow.
Yep.
Albert, what do you got to say about this?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the one thing. Care Bear is true on that. When I talked to LW last week when he called, I believe it was, and the thing is, he did stress. I don't want to be. He feels forgotten, and Care Bear is right. Of course, being there, and then you think, oh, no one's thinking about me, and this, I get it. So I talked to my sweetheart, my Elaine, and Joan knows my wife. When LW called me, I talked to my girl right away. She goes, her first reaction was, no, he's not forgotten. Like even my girl, says that as well. So he's not forgotten. But we here, yeah, because we're here in the free world and what have you. It's easier, but with him in there, it's different. And I know that we see everything here is going on, like on Telegram. We're all like looking at things, and I want to give a big shout out to Miss Helena because she's doing a lot of difference, and it's awesome what she's doing. She's sacrificing a lot.
Yeah.
So and another Enrique, I talked to him, and he tends to, he knows the same thing about his judge not being helpful, but he says, you know what, for some reason he wants to blame. Well, and then he says, well, not well, yes and no, about like Pam bonding, whatever. But they got so much going on. It's hard to say, but LW is not forgotten. All the community knows LW. He's not forgotten. Not forgotten. So
I know
so-
letters are being written to him. I don't know. Is there a way for others to do this? I don't know if we want to give this information out or not, but I know there's some ways to help support, because I know there's attorney's fees, and that's on for the Gifts and Go, and I'll put that into the chat, and also into the comments. So I know there's some recent things with the attorney fees. Drone, you want to explain that? Oh, Care Bear, go ahead.
Well, you said something about you don't know what you want to give out his information. First off, it's public information. Anybody can look him up, get on the BOP's website, and they can find him. But if anybody out there wants to send him a letter, where I was at in Lexington, FMC Lexington, there was three. I met 3 J6ers, Mick McCrail, Josh Black, which is the one that was shot in the face.
Oh, wow.
And Logan Barnhart. But they all received letters from just random people that they didn't know. They were just supporters and sympathized. So if anybody wants to send them a letter, feel free to post his info up here, because letters are a great thing. Like we was talking about, he feels like he's being forgotten and left behind. If he gets those letters, he'll know, and he'll see that people are still thinking about him. Even the people that don't, then that would really mean something to people that he don't know. If he gets a letter from somebody he don't know, he's going to be like, I'm not forgotten.
Okay, I just found the information. So let me go ahead and put that into the
And here's another thing, brother. Tim, like I'm talking to him, and I was trying to be careful what I say. He goes, Albert, don't worry about it. Say what you want to say. Look, he goes, I got a coffee mug with the symbol on it. He goes, don't worry about it. There's nothing more they can do to me. And we're trying to be cautious with her. But that's just what he said. So yeah, anyone wants to send him a letter, donate, whatever, feel free. I mean, it's done. It is what it is. But yeah, he says for us not to be timid, so not be
there
timid.
it is up on screen. There's a way to get a hold of LW.
Yeah.
Good deal. Tim, also, we are trying to raise money for his attorney fees. That's on a Gifts and Go. Do you have that link as well?
Yes, I went ahead and just put that in the chat just before I put the address. So there's the Gifts and Go link. It's up on screen right now. So folks, go ahead and share this show out. Let others people know. Let everyone know. We're on Rumble. We're on YouTube. We're also on Facebook at TimHollidayTV.
And Gifts and Go, guys, that goes straight to his attorney fees. As you can imagine, through this process, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in attorney fees. So, we don't expect any one person to step in and cover it. If you can throw in $20 towards it, fantastic. Throw in 5 or 10 is even better. Just need more hands on deck. I love jumping on there and seeing that the total number of donations has increased. Dollar amount not so much, but do love seeing more people getting involved. Like I said, even the small dollar amounts, everything adds up at the end. So,
and then we also have another link. Go ahead.
He told me? LW said that Western Union. I didn't know this. That you can go Western Union and it goes directly to them as well. I didn't know that.
Oh, interesting.
Care Bear, did you know that?
That's how I send him all his money is Western Union. You can get
I
that,
didn't know.
download the app. Don't go to the, you can go to the store and send him money through Western Union at the store, but it takes days, weeks to get to him. But if you download the app, the Western Union app,
Oh, there's an
you,
app.
yeah, I'll send it to you later when we get off here. But that's what I got.
Oh,
I just get on the app and I just however much I need to send to him because it has a thing on there. When you click on the menu, you scroll down. It says send money to inmate. Then it'll pull up state prisons, federal, whatever, and you click BOP, and then you just type in his information and how much money you want to send. But yeah, that's how I
even
send
better.
all his money to him that I send him is through the Western Union app.
Man, that's even better. That's even better. If there's an app and yes, and it goes, give me instructions. Those instructions be keen for. I mean, I'm on like some big giant, chats like thousands of people. I'll put that on there. So that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Well, you guys got to remember too. The price on the outside is not the same price they charge in prison. It's kind of imagine you're at a major amusement park, Disneyland, Kings Island, somewhere like that. That is kind of like the prices of stuff that you're buying while you're in prison. So it's not like running to Walmart picking something up for a few dollars. Everything in there is pricey. So, and the damnedest thing is when he was in there prior to his first pardon. He had a pretty good amount of stuff. Well, when he got his pardon, he gave all his stuff away. Then he turns around and has to go right back. So, he's kind of like essentially starting over and trying to get that stock up because essentially, your commissary is kind of currency while you're in there too. So, makes life a little easier, stuff like that. And God knows Dan loves his coffee. So,
don't we all?
I don't drink coffee.
Aside from the Western Union, there's also a link for Cash App. And so I want to go ahead and put that in the comments and up on screen in just a moment here. And
but like I said, that's what I was saying. He said the Cash App, like Care Bear gets his commissary, but I think you still have to convert that to Western Union, Care Bear.
Well, what I do is anybody that sends money for Livewire or Dan, to me, it goes on my Cash App, and then it sits there. I have used that Cash App for nothing else but for him. And whenever he tells me to send him money, however much money he tells me to send him, I get on there and I send him money, and that comes directly out of my bank account. So I just withdraw. If he wants $300, I'll just send it directly out of my bank account, and then I'll get on Cash App and just withdraw 300 and put it in my bank account. So I don't do it through the Cash App. I don't even know. I don't think you can.
So, but you have
my
your bank account to Western Union.
My bank account.
Wait, one person at a time. Go ahead, Albert.
So it'd be like from the Cash App you withdraw into your bank account, then from the bank account to the Western Union, correct? Okay.
I think actually, Care Bear, you can actually get a credit card with Cash App, and you can just load it into Cash App as the debit card, and it'll take it straight from your Cash App account too.
Well, by getting a Cash App card, that's just more information. All my information's out there anyhow, but I don't need no more, nothing else to have my information.
I totally understand that. I don't even have social media on my phone. I use it all in-house and leave it at home. Oh, we're getting some road noise from somebody. Oh, there it is. Care Bear took care of it. Care Bear's on the road, folks. So in my opinion, I watched a lot of footage on J6. I think, in my opinion, it was a complete setup. Yeah, there's
Tim, there's a reason that they're still not releasing the video. It's to protect their narrative. I think we ever do get that video released to the public, all of it, the backlash will be so hard and swift. And then the lawsuits that would stem from that alone, wrongful imprisonment, malicious prosecution, wrongful imprisonment, just a whole plethora of civil rights violations. I mean, and these next 3.5, 4 years, they're going to shape the next 100. So if we don't want this to happen again, we've got to make this hard and swift, and it's got to sting for anybody involved.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I don't care if they're attorneys, I don't care if they're judges, I don't care if they're the heads or employees of those 3-letter agencies. Anybody involved, it's got to sting, it's going to hurt, and we need to make an example of why you don't do this.
Oh, and including that committee. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with their pardons through the auto pen.
Right. Yeah. Which should not be.
Yeah.
Auto pens. I'm not a fan of auto pen. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a.
Hey,
I'm a computer technician, and there's a lot of digital garbage out there I don't like.
Hey guys, I'll depend on you guys. I can make it easy. No problem. You let me know. I got your back.
I believe it, brother. I believe it. So, Albert, you were talking about patches. Tell us a little bit more on how patches can help out LW.
Well, so like I'll make the graphic, not a problem. And there's people that we know, right? That have made for example, this one, I've made the graphic for them, and what is like Liberty Bell, her patches. She took them to a place. That's it right there. That's it.
Oh, there it is. Nice.
Yeah, I made that, and so she was able to utilize that for her organization or what she wants to do. Me, like I normally charge for the work I do. I donated, and I said, hey, find someone make patches, and y'all can feel free to sell them, or everybody wants to buy one. And I just donated my time, artwork, the fee. Go ahead, and whatever someone wants to buy one for whatever the cost. Me personally, I would say, okay, go ahead and keep maybe 2% for yourself, and donate the rest. Just for the charge of the handling, the shipping, and so forth. Just to cover the shipping, what the post office charge you, and the rest donate to J6.
Yeah, so Albert makes some really cool graphics. He made this one for me and just gave it to me. That was really, really cool.
Oh, dang,
And,
I forgot I made that.
Aha, see?
That's cool.
And
Albert,
so
you
he
have
made this one about.
I sent to you.
What was that again?
Albert, do you have any of them stickers I sent to you? Maybe show them.
Oh, yeah. Man, I got him. Give me a sec. Yeah, y'all keep talking. Yeah, I'll show you.
Well, we only have a few more minutes before I have to roll and get the next thing going.
Yeah.
I have 4 minutes. So there's various ways on how we can help out our brother LW, and the attorney's fees are not cheap. It's ridiculous. I'll just say that. And as Drone was saying earlier, the food there, is like going from your regular fast food joint to going to a Disneyland prices. And so you just jumped from like a $6 or $7 burger to a $15 burger.
Yeah,
So
but that's for like hygiene and just your basic necessities of life that you need.
Oh, I get it. I totally understand.
So, the commissary money, that all goes to Cash App. Anything on Gifts and Go goes straight to the attorneys.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to donate to help us try to get out, and then if we do have surplus and Trump pops up here next week, gives him a pardon, and we get him out, the rest of that money will be donated to the rest of J6's. Guys, there are still several of them in prison.
Awesome.
Yes.
Because the same deal with the Dan is when these people got raided, they picked up state charges as well.
Yeah.
And all of it stems from a J6 search warrant. And anything J6 related is supposed to be thrown out and pardoned, but these liberal judges just are not. And we're tagging people on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, True Socials, and we're tagging these people and everything.
Yeah.
And so far, since he's been back in, it's fell on deaf ears. He even done an emergency hearing, and that was prior to, I want to say it was like around the end or 1st of April.
Drone. They they filed that emergency motion a couple of days before he had to self-report, or the day he had to self-report. They still
been
have
hurting.
not done nothing about that emergency motion. 4 months later, April, May, June, July, 3 months later, almost 4 months later, they've still not done nothing on that emergency motion that they filed on the day before.
And to file
That's
emergency
terrible.
motion, guys, that's $1,000 by itself just to file one motion.
That's terrible.
And I've seen the damage of what was done by those arrests. One of my friends, their door was busted down, and the door frame just fragments. It's terrible.
Well,
what
they
happened.
just didn't raid Dan one time. They actually raided him, I believe, twice.
Wow.
That I know of for sure. They got him at
And
home
the one at work
second
too.
time they did at his job site.
Mhm.
So, and that's after he had an attorney. He had already turned himself in. They raided him again. It's like they are wanting somebody to mess up so they can have justification for taking you out.
Wow. So any quick final words real quick? Yeah, I got to head on out here. Sorry, brothers.
Stay positive, prayers.
Whoa. Okay. Care Bear, let's go ahead and have you on.
You're good. I couldn't, when I was driving, I couldn't hear what y'all was saying, but the Give, Send, Go, all that money is for lawyer fees.
Yes.
I think everybody knows that, but the Give, Send, Go is directly for lawyer fees. He does have some lawyers. They're doing some stuff pro bono, but they still need to be paid. They're still taking time out of their lives, out of their days, out of their business to put forth effort to help Dan. And so, but the
Cash App is first.
It's all lawyer fees.
And the Cash App is for
the Cash App that comes to me is for commissary and books. I've sent him, since he's been in these 4 months, I've sent him probably 30 books so far. So plus the money that he asked me to send him. So we use that money that it gets sent to me on Cash App for commissary and for books, because they're locked down a lot. And when you lock down, you ain't got nothing to do but sit in a 6x8 room and read books.
So I put the links in the comments as well as in the chat. Any final words, LW?
Well, LW is still in prison. You mean
not LW, Care Bear. Sorry. Any final words before we wrap up the show here, Care Bear?
No, I appreciate y'all having me on again, and hopefully this spreads out and people hear it. And like I said, send a letter. If anybody hears this, they're worried about him, they're thinking about him, send him a letter. Just tell him you're thinking about him. Send him a letter. He would be very grateful to hear from anybody.
Sir.
And there's the information up on screen right there.
Guys, just for me, the only thing I got to say is God bless your troops. Remember, J6 brothers still locked up. Remember all the ones that are out, guys. They're still adjusting. I know several that got PTSD and will probably struggle with it for the rest of their lives. So just remember those and just pray for our country, guys. Albert?
Yeah. Albert.
Yeah, prayers. Stay positive, and never leave our brothers behind. And they're always in our hearts. And stay positive. Prayers. This will happen. If you can see it and you can believe it, guess what? It's gonna be right there. LW, be right here in the next chat. 10-4.
Roger that, brother. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining in on today's Patriots 3 Life, Liberty, Pursuit of Happiness. I definitely appreciate Albert, Care Bear, and Drone for being on today. And until next time, folks, and definitely be sure to help out Care Bear, LW.